Good morning, children. In the previous video, we have discussed that plants, all the plants and animals need water. Okay, plants need water to make their own foods, whereas animals need water to drink and cool off. And children, some animals like a hippopotamus, this is an huge animals. It's spent more. This hippopotamus spent most of its time in water, and only its head and huge nostril means they only take out their nostrils from the waters to over the surface. Okay, and children's crocodile is being a cold-blooded animals, but it needs water to get cold. Okay, and then they when they come out to take bask in the sun, whenever they will feel hot, quickly they go to back to into the water. And children, most industrial processes also needs water for cleaning or softening its ingredients or cooling hot machines. Okay, water is a need for putting off most types of fires. Water should be used to fight oil fires or a fire caused by the electricity. Okay, and children, properties of water is we know that water is a tasteless, colorless, odorless liquid. Being it is a liquid, it flow from higher ground to the lower ground. And children's water has no shape. Okay, but it takes the shape when it get any places like vessels or when we store it. Okay, however, like children, air takes or a gas takes a place, but water did not take up all the spaces available, or which places is available for them, that only they will take spaces. Okay, but when they get bigger vessels or small vessels, according to them they take its space or they take its volume. Okay, and the quantity of water is measured in a unit of volume like cubic centimeters or liter and kiloliters. And children, this is the measurement of waters. Okay, this is the 10 centimeters, this is 40 centimeter. That's like whenever they get this into the vessels, and they occupied they takes space. Okay, and take there and make their shapes. Okay, children's, water on earth has three forms, like they are in different stages, like a solid, liquid and water vapor. In our earth, children's, there are three types of stages of water, or the forms that we can see in our earth. Okay, that is solid means ice, and liquid means water, and water vapor, that is which is a gas. Okay, with a change in the temperature, water changes from one form to another form. Means that children's, heating ice, when we heat ice, it to melt into a liquid water, that time we will heat in more than 100 degree Celsius. It causes to boil, and then it's evaporate. Means when we heat ice in a flame, that time it will changes its form from ice to water. And then after, when it's boil again, when it's start to boiling, that time water vapors will be steam up. Okay, steam is nothing but it is only a hot water vapor. Okay, and the reverse of these changes will occur with cooling. Again, if we do like this, when we will heat the water, then it will boil, and again that vapor will goes up, water vapor will goes up. If we again we will do the same process, like we cool the water vapors, it's cool it, then again it's condensed back into a liquid form. Means when we cover that boiled water by a lid, that time, and we let it for the cool it, that time we can see the vapor which is going up. That vapor will when it gets a cooler, that time that vapor will we can see in the lid of a that particular particular vessels. Okay, and again when it we again when we that water will keeps in a freezers to freeze it, it begin again it changes into a solid forms. Okay, in the nature this continuous changes will takes place, and this the process which it takes place continuous changes takes place in the states of water, that is known as the water cycle. Children, so the three stage of water is here the pictures, that is solid, liquid and vapor. Okay, children, this is the picture of water cycle in nature. So this ocean water, suppose this will be the ocean's water. The heat of the sun evaporates water from the all water bodies and especially the ocean's water. Okay, and plants gives out excess water through transpiration and added the water to the atmosphere with the help of water vapor in the atmosphere. Sorry, the plants gives out excess water through transpirations added water vapor in the atmosphere, and this warm waters which water vapor rises in air to great heights where it cools and condenses to form little droplets of waters. Okay, and a number of such droplets of water that could get blow over a great distance by a wind, and it goes up in a high in the air. Okay, and with more and more condensations with going to the ups and up in the high altitude, the droplets of water get bigger and bigger, and it will form a bigger and bigger, and it we can see like this type of clouds. Okay, after that when it become bigger in bigger size, then till precipitations that means the occur in the form of rain. Means first we can see that the rays of the sun will evaporate the ocean's water, and this will goes to as like an evaporation. With the form of evaporation it goes to the up in the skies. Okay, and it forms and it goes to the atmospheres, and it forms it condenses. When it goes to the higher altitude, it goes to the cooler, and it condenses and forms a little droplets of water. Okay, and this droplets of water could get blow on over great distance by a wind or a high. Okay, and when this condensations with more and more water droplets will add it, that time it's more condensations, and the droplets of water with when it gets bigger and bigger, it will till it's getting precipitations occurs, till it then in the form of rain it will again comes into our earth. Okay, and in very cold places where there will in very cold places water cannot becomes as in droplets, it will freeze into a small crystal of snow, and precipitations occur as like an snowfalls. Okay, and snow settles in the mountains, and soon it will become hard and it will become an ice. Okay, the ice of the mountains melt to form rivers that flow down the plains back to the sea. The ice of the mountainous regions like the Himalayas, in the Himalayas there will be no rainfall, there will be occurred a snowfall that will occur in the form of ice. Okay, children, and that ice in the of the mountainous regions that melt, and it forms a river that flow downwards. Again that rivers which are here like this is the ice that again it melts and it forms a small rivers. Sometimes it's a bigger river like the Ganga river. Okay, and that rivers will comes again down to the plains, and it again goes to back to the seas, and again the same process of water cycle will occurred in our earth. This is a natural water cycle process. Okay, children, and a lot of waters will seep underground to raise the aquifer or a water table undergrounds. Okay, the water cycle is a continuous process in nature. This water cycle is a continuous process in our natures. Okay, children, water cycle. First the sun rays comes and the vapor goes up and it will condense, cool, and it will forms in the precipitations. Again that precipitations comes as in rain in the plains area and the sub hills area, whereas in the high mountain it will become hard and it will become harder and it will forms as an ice, and it again it again melts in a summer seasons, and that that melting of ice or a melting of snow forms in river, and it again flows downwards towards the plains, and again it meet with the oceans and sea. Again this cycle is a natural cycle. This is known as the water cycle, is a continuous process in our nature. Okay, and rain have an special meanings in our life, especially because we live in a tropical agriculture based country. Okay, children, rain have an special meanings in our life because we Indians are live in a tropical agricultural based countries. Okay, farmers always looks out for the clouds in the distance skies, that hoping that if this year the rainfall is good, then our crops will be also grown as a good conditions. Okay, after the long Indians summer, the rain brings an respite from the heat by bringing down the temperature. Okay, and jumping into puddles and dancing it in the rains is when it will become comes after a scorching heat. That time we feel very joy, and every children will love to play in the rainy times. Okay, and to also you want to get wet and makes many mothers will make some many pakoras chops at that time. Okay, the changing weather often brings it several dangers, like many germs find the humidity dangers. Okay,